Okay, here we are this morning. Well, it's late in the morning, but we are here. Virtually, we are very early. It's the sun has just come up, and we're going to head to, if I do recall, it's KPSP, which is actually Palm Springs. So let's get started. So what we need to do, make sure. Okay, what we've got to do first is we need to just rearrange our little VR space. Let's face it, that's the thing that has the biggest problem, is space, especially with this aircraft. A lot of, I have to reach, obviously that, yep, need to move back even further. Bear with me, because we need some space, is what we need. That should be about right. As long as I can basically get my landing gear, I can get my flaps, I can reach under, do the auto brake and disengage autopilot and things like that. Well, there's our little map over there. Beautiful. Glad of you to turn up. Okay, now I'm going to do this checklist off the top of my head, so hopefully it's correct and we don't stuff anything up, although maybe I should actually bring it up. It's just really hard to do when you're in VR. So let's start. I'm going to start with some ground power. Standby. Emergency lights. Sorry, that was battery standby. Okay. Now, doing that, we can turn on our IRS while reaching. There we go, 1 minute. Oh, gee, that was it. They pulled a muscle in my back. Okay, and some people put the aft fuel on for the APU, so do that. Get those ready to go. Looks like they're already going. Let's get some window heat. How's the temperature? Yeah, it's 8 degrees. Okay. Any icing? We'll do our probe heats later. Pack. Air circuits on. I don't know what altitude we're going to yet, but we'll get to that. Oh, that looks good at the moment. We'll leave those on. Room air. Open up the isolation valve. We can start giving ourselves some lightery. And our IRS is actually flashing, so let's hope things go to plan. There we go. We have action. Well, we are actually. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, we'll get some APU action. How's our looking good? We didn't put our seat belts to auto. I think we're looking pretty good up there. As soon as our IRS is aligned, we'll throw on some yaw dampeners. Hopefully that will be... Oh, it's already aligned. What am I talking about? We'll do that. Okay, looking good. We do need to check our fuel. I will have to go all the way back in here for that. What do we got? What have we got? Let's have a look in here. Sorry, you can't see this, but I'm just going to go in and add some fuel. Our flight time is not that long. Good. Going on, why can't that up? what I could for. Okay, let's just, there it is there. Okay. Do that. Apply changes. Okay. We will need, sorry, we need to get back into our VR space. Minor detail. Minor details. Okay. I'll tell you what though, when you've got this whole headset on your head, it is a tad warm. Okay, so we have our fuel and our APU is ready to go. So that's good. Okay, now let's have a look at our reference. Reference airport is KSNA. Destination is KPSP. Now we're going to make sure that this is all correct, because if this isn't correct, we are screwed. A bit of that. Reserves. We'll just put in 2. And the cost index will be 50. Now, our cruise wind. Actually, we don't have any today, because in VR it's better to cut out the bit of weather. I'm going to just do a derated climb just because I did have an engine problem just the other day, so I want to take it easy. And we've got 0.8 degrees. Chilly. 5 flaps. It's a little bit get a bit crampy leaning down to these things, and we're going to put in our speed. So while we're here, do you remember that it is 135 to 135 right there. So that's a beautiful thing. Departure. Okay, this is where things get fun. We need to check our charts again, our little flight plan. Bear with me for 1 second. Do we generate it? That was the question. 1 or more field. Okay. Let's have a look here. Okay, we can have a look at this. Okay, we're just going to put our airframe in, which is 73800. Oh, okay, we're back. Thinking about it. Alternative KLAX. What do we got? 20 right, 31 left. Okay, let's analyze this route to make sure. Okay. Let's see what they give us. Hey, we'll need to have a look at this. What I might do, put this one where else. We will put this one here up. Well, there. Now, we have our route up. Get a little bit back into our little organized position. Okay. We did say it would be 20 right. Let's have a look. 20 right. And do we have any SIDs? Our SIDs are muscle 8. Muscle 8? Muscle 7. Okay. Let's look down further. Nope. Okay. Muscle 7. Trans is going to be SLI. Okay, and we're going to go to our departures and have a look here. And what did we say was our runway? Our runway was 31 left. What you got for me? 31 left, okay. And as far as TRM, and none of those, okay. Activate. Now flight level is 240. Execute that. Alt constraint. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's have a look at our plan. Let's see if this works. Oh, already got discontinuity there. Okay, back to the start. Let's step through. Oh, that looks good. Let's check our altitudes. That's right. 197. I'm still getting used to reading all these. Okay. Why does it say 197? Flight level 197 when it wants to do... Okay, that's the flight restraint. Okay, I got that. Okay, cool. Learning stuff all the time. Okay, hopefully that's correct. If it's not, well, that jumped up really quick. Doing all this type of stuff is a hell of a lot easier just on a monitor. 97. Okay, that works. That works. I think we're good. That's perfect. Okay, let's call a... Actually, we're going to do our trims. Looks pretty good. We won't worry about our... Let's call the old pushback.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready, buddy. I'm ready.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Put our park brake on. We'll just have to wait. Make sure that we are connected here. Hey, Michaels, how you going? Yeah, it's Zibo with VR is just fantastic. just a little bit of problems with the whole VR is, you know, looking at your charts and screens and, you know, going and have a look at your 2D screen and doing the pushback and stuff like that. Yeah, but
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
nice, and looks like a chilly morning here in where are we? John Wayne, aren't we? Okay. I'm gonna wait. He's gonna ask to. Let's turn our taxi lights on. Oh, that's bright, isn't it? We're waiting for you, buddy. Are you sitting on top of us? Oh, you're right under there, aren't you? Let's have a look.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, buddy, thanks for that. Okay.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, well, let's make sure we get all this right, because we don't want to have problems with our engines like we did the other day. I should be looking at the checklist, but I can't because I'm in here. So we're going to just see how we go. Okay, so everything is sweet. We need to add, let's get some fuel happening. That's good. I don't think they do too. I don't think you worry about them too much. But hey, let's put our packs off. That's that. We don't need to turn that on yet. Let's get ourselves some electricals there, and I'm going to put 2 ground power. Can't see.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
What have I missed here? Ground is on. We don't have our APU bleed on for one. There we go. Must have been the APU bleed. Correct me if I'm wrong. How are you doing today, Michael? Anyway, are you flying at the moment? And what are you flying and where you're flying? Okay. We're getting up there. We're looking for about 20 to 25. Looking good. I'm hoping... Now, the problem with not checking your checklist properly is that I may get engine failure. Okay. There's our, we'll wait for that to stabilize. While we're doing that, I will check to see. Yes, he was waiting for a disconnect. So we did that. Okay, looks like we're stabilized. Let's give you some of that. And we're going to go to ground. Give. We'll wait.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Well, that's what we're hoping. Thanks, buddy. Now, if anything does happen, it's all in the learning experience. I've been flying this for about 4 days, so yeah. Okay, so we got enough on that. Let's bring some fuel up. Here we go. Packs to auto. Probe heat on. Oh. That's good, that's good. We're all good there. Go to Gen 1 and turn off our APU. I think we're good. We've got all our fuel on. Yes, pumps. There we go. Some engine bleeds there, and we can obviously get rid of our APU bleed because that's not going to do anything for us right now. Okay, I think we're good. Parking brake is off. Now we just need to find out where we're going to go, which looks like all the way down there. So we're just going to position ourselves a little bit. Good to go. Okay, just let's do some. Actually, let's start moving. That's okay. I'm hoping what was that sound? Okay, so you're in my way, buddy, by the way. I'm gonna have to go around you. Okay, so trims are set. I'm gonna put our look at you. Okay, you know what? Let's go this way. Yeah, this whole Southern California area does take a little bit of a hit on the old. Oh, I actually had a ramp right there. A little bit of a hit on the old frames, but you don't see it as much here. I mean, on the screen as you do on actually in the VR. You will see if there's any little glitches or little shutters or something. You won't see it, but I will. Sorry, I haven't checked chat if there's anything. No, it's just Michael saying VR looking good. Okay. Oh. Now, I don't actually have real brakes, so I'm using the toe brakes with the rudder. So I'll have to click on the parking brake. Okay, looking good. Altitude is set. We don't have our flight computers on, which we should. Flight directors on. Yep, VNAVs are right. Our heading, that should be on. Oh, our map. Is that our map? No, it's not our map. On our map, we're at 20 nautical miles. Didn't check our barometer, but we will go with that. Everything looks good. 35. We didn't actually put in our little V references for V1 and 2, but that's okay. All those, but that's okay. We don't worry about those. Won't be too worried about those. That looks all good. That looks all good. Lights are on. We can turn off these. Probably should have done that not on the runway, but I'm a bit of a bush pilot. So, and we said 19,000, so I think we're good. Looking sweet. Let's do this. Let's do this, blood. Okay. We're at 5 flaps. And toga. Only thing with taking off and with the touch controllers is you got to know where level is, otherwise you start coming up early. I guess I'm just going to hold it down. V1 rotate. And we're up. Looking for... Okay, it looks like our barometer wasn't actually right. So let's let that go. Let's bring back our flaps.
1000.
That's a steep climb. More flaps. Rockin'. Frame rate's pretty good actually. Oh, she's very early out there and very crowded. These objects, the auto gen around this whole Southern California is huge. So, we better make sure we're all out of flaps. Okay, so going to turn our auto brakes to off. Put our engines to continuous. Actually, they should have already been on continuous. There we go. That's one of the things I missed. It's all in the learning process. Lovely light in here too. And RATA, I think that's that one. Yes, looking beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at our legs. We want to make sure that nothing TAI on above. Is it? Looks, it's 8 degrees, buddy. We'll see what happens. Oh, we missed one. There we go. Sweet. Oh, I tell you what, VR in this aircraft is so sweet. That's the thing, I couldn't move up to the IXEG with VR. You just couldn't. And I don't think they update that very much, do they? Now I'm hoping we're getting the chats from both Twitch and YouTube. SLI, what are we looking at? What is going on here? SLI TR. Oh dear. Okay. I thought we were supposed to be at SLI was supposed to be. Okay, we'll see what happens. See what it'll give us. It looks a bit. It's looking a little bit dodgy because we don't have our 19. Top of descent is 55 nautical miles. Yep, there it is there. Well, I'm not going to screw with it too much right now. Top of climb. Okay. And back to map. Aha! Someone. What do we got here? Do you use the virtual yoke or flight stick controls? I am using just this today. There we go. Who we got here? Oh, it's Michael again. Oh, hi Michael. Yeah, I'm just using this. Obviously, it's a bit easier to use a yoke and a throttle. It's a bit jumpy. But the problem with using that is it's too close to the desk, and I do have a bit of a problem reaching stuff and hitting. So I would want to try to use these just because it's a little bit more. I don't know, the way you should do VR opposed to having like switches and stuff on your controllers. If everything's been able to be used, you may as well use it. So here we are. Okay, we need a bit of light, I think. Just a little bit. I'm getting a bit of shaded area here. Okay, what I need to do, let's just go into our menu, FMC. I've got to keep track of this FMC because I haven't done it that much, that I really need to make sure that it's on track and I haven't screwed it up. So we're going to go into our index and we're going to go to our approach, and we're going to do 30 degrees. So we click on this, pops in there, and that's good. So we don't actually have an ILS approach here. No, we don't. Okay, that's okay. That's totally okay. Usually when I'm flying 2D just with a monitor, I have a Cytec X52 with the throttle as well, which is really good. It's good because you actually have a level position, opposed to with these you don't actually know where your yoke is level. I guess that doesn't really matter, considering it's not about where your yoke is. I guess it's where your trim is. 1,000 to go. And we have ortho here too. Anyway, if you're enjoying the little flight here, throw us a like and a follow. That would be awesome, because it really helps the channel. I'm really trying to get up a little bit higher. I've been a little bit low. And they've definitely changed the old how YouTube works. And if you're on Twitch, throw us a follow there. That'd be awesome. If you don't want to throw us a follow, don't do that. But if you do, that'd be awesome. Now, everything... we're so close, it's not funny. Okay. Looking good. What we will do, what do we got here? 81 nautical miles to go. And we're going to grab our MCP altitude, and we're going to... There we go, we're deselling, and we'll do that. Looking good. Air pressure working like a charm. Everything's okay. We don't have any engine outs, which is awesome. Oh, first time watching. Do you fly, Michael? This is the question. First time watching VR. Yeah, I do admit that watching VR with someone's head moving around and on the angle and stuff isn't as enjoyable as just a 2D screen. And you know, you can do more things. You can get out and do a lot more camera stuff. Oh. But I try to move really slowly, not really try to jump around too quick. Of course you can, love. Get into it. I might get hit with a sexual assault charge there. All the love. Yes, this should be... Turn off our fuel pumps here. The center ones, we don't need them. I think we'll be okay. But it is great that you can, you know, even with track IR and stuff, you can obviously see the same type of 2D visual, even though it's, you know, this is 3D, a 3D space. I don't know. I think when I fly, I may do VR for takeoff and landings, and then perhaps during the flight when I don't need to do anything, I might jump back to 2D. Just because, you know, it gets a little hot in the headset, especially on a hot day. We had a really hot day yesterday. It was 39 degrees here in Sydney. So, oh, -7. Okay, we've got our anti-icing on. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. We don't want to start icing up. and we don't want our windows to fog up either. Now, I know that the window heat's good for us fogging up, but also good for the windscreen so it doesn't crack. So, yeah, that's important. But I think we're looking good. Progress. What time are we looking to land? We're looking at 2:34. Oh, gee, we are doing good. Now, I did do a landing into KLAX last night, and due to VR, the weather can be quite taxing. So I actually decided to turn it off mid-flight as we came into, you know, the KLX area. Lots of autogen and stuff. So, and I had a tailwind of 81 knots. So when I turned the weather off, even at ground level, it still had 81 knots. So I don't know if they were having a cyclone or not, but I was crawling in, and when I went to land, there's no way I could counteract with a rudder for 81 knots. So I looked like a total noob, but that's okay. Someone called me a noob. But yeah, today we have no weather on, just to do the flight. I don't have any problems. Now, also too, ground effect on ground physics on X-Plane 11 is not fantastic apparently. So, and I know with my rudders, I can never get enough rudder. So I don't know what that is. I wonder if that's the fact that in high winds you just aren't expected to fight a high wind, crosswind on the ground even. But I find with X-Plane 11, even in something like the PC-12, when I'm flying into somewhere that's got a huge crosswind like 25 knots, probably shouldn't be flying a PC-12 into a crosswind of 25 knots. But what happens when you're on the ground? The nose swings around into the direction of the wind. So, and I can't fight it with a rudder. So I don't know what it is. So any tips out there? Let me know. And we've got 2 people on YouTube, that's fantastic, and on Twitch, what do we got? Oh, it's standing up for a second. Just 1. Oh, that's okay. Oh. I'm enjoying myself. The ortho is quite fantastic. Okay, what do we got? Well, these should have been off. What I need to do is I need to get the dash happening from Oculus Home and have my checklist sitting there. There's a 2-page checklist which is pretty good, and I should be checking those off because there's probably something that I haven't done. If you see it, let me know. I don't mind. How is everyone back there? Cool. Love how the doors open. Thing is, you can't even lock it. It just sometimes it swings open, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, we have. Yep, we've got our little glide slope here of our route, and we're obviously looking pretty good. We have 40 nautical miles to TRM, which we will need to be at 5,000 feet. Well, don't get too hasty, guys. "40 nautical miles is a fair way, so we should be able to clear these mountains here. It looks really good in here. Like, you have no idea. Until you do VR, you don't know how good it actually looks. And when it comes to flight sims, racing sims, space sims, people who say that VR is not, it's just a fad and it's not really going to go anywhere, they are virtually, they are so not on the track there with that. Now what we're going to try to do, if I can actually get to my mouse, is go outside and have a look, because I think we're looking okay. So here's a chase. Sorry for the movement, but what happens is I've got to get my mouse on screen so I can let's get back around. That'll do. You can actually see where we're headed. Yeah, we're definitely not going to hit anything here. Anyone has a fear of heights, you can definitely feel it here. Really dry. I wonder if it's always this dry in California. Well, you can sit back. I don't think the plane's going to do anything drastic. Now, the only problem here is I'd like to see them release in one of the VR betas, maybe 7 or something, where you can turn your camera with your thumbsticks again. If I do that now, I end up on the ground and perhaps I crash my headset, which is not cool town. Hey. Oh, that's a close-up, isn't it? Nice. Okay. We are back. Okay, what are we looking at here? We're looking good. Approaching 10,000, so we'll be able to throw our lights on again. Now, I don't know if these were actually supposed to come off. No, of course not, because they're strobes and stuff like that. We leave them on. 11,000. We're not having a problem here. We're doing good. Okay. It's probably going to say drag required, so I'm going to give it some. It hasn't told me yet, but I know it's going to happen. Just got to follow. We need to be 240 knots. We're approaching 10,000. Let's put them down. This little flipper is absolutely awesome. They should have been on auto again. At cruise level. There's another mistake, so remember that one for next time. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. How are we going? So I'm really getting used to the FMC. Obviously, when you input everything, sometimes, especially, you can have problems when you import a flight plan straight in. So when I can, I just try to. I usually do short flights. Really, it's 737, so I don't do very large ones. And usually with the SIDs and transitions, it works out just as the same as the actual flight plan that I have on SimBrief. We are looking good. Now, I could probably, while I have a bit of time, if I can, excuse me, let's have a look at our landing procedures, minute flap, speed brakes. Yes, we'll have to do that. Auto. Okay, what we do need to do is go and have a look at bear with me. We'll do. We'll bring this up so you can see it as well. All I have to do is find it now. Here we go. Our details. 3012 is what we're looking for. Okay. So, down here is our barometer reading 30 and 1, 2. That will make a difference to our approach. Looks like we need to slow down a bit more. It's a little bit hot in the old headset. So definitely back there somewhere. Obviously I can't look out the window. Okay. Taxi lights to auto. Brakes. Beautiful. I might actually do brakes to maximum just because when I'm in VR it's really tough to get the reverse thrust happening. Oh, here we go. I'm going to throw in just some flaps to bring us down a bit, and it's within. We don't want this to get away from us. Okay. It's an interesting sun just sitting right there. Reflection. Okay, what do we got? Well, we're on continuous even though we shouldn't have been, but we are, so we'll keep going with that. They're on. Oh, a bit of glare from behind us. No, that light's not on anyway. How's our speeds going? 174, we're doing good. Oh. What's below us there? I don't know. There's a little there's an Air Force base or something just there. Okay, let's have a drag required. We are dragging okay. Let's go have a quick look. FMC index approach 133 is our approach speed. Fair enough. Good stuff. We'll have to look to see what that airport is. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the flight. 4 days into the Zibo 737. Obviously, all my procedures and stuff are not totally correct, but I usually have checklists open, but it's really tough to do when you're in here with the VR. So we're just going to go with it. As long as we don't crash, I think we're okay. How are we looking? We're looking good. Speed's correct. I'd like to get rid of that glare. Do not have. No, we don't even have the overhead light on either. I don't know if this This approach is kosher, but we're getting rather close to those hills. Yep, I can reach everything just fine. That's the way. Now, we didn't have an ILS approach, so we're just going with this. Waiting for our final turn. Just a quick flight today. You know, life gets in the way. Oh well, it doesn't get in the way, but you know what I mean. Pull up. Okay, we have full drag. Let's grab ourselves a little bit more flaps here. Okay. When we do come out of this turn, okay, we're going to get our gear. And we're going to, should be able to hit our approach button. FAC. Actually, this is the first flight I haven't come in with an ILS approach, so I hope everything goes according to plan. Let me know if this is not the way it's supposed to happen. 174, 17. Okay, let's bring this back. How's it? What's out? Still got 7 nautical miles. Let's not get too hasty on the. It's quite a close approach, isn't it? That's what I'll have to look up. What FAC means. Okay, we're a little fast still. Oh, there we are. We're okay. We need to look at this quickly. 133. Bring that back. Is anyone nervous? It's so much different in VR too, like everything around you, and it's like, oh, did I remember that? Did I remember that? Did I remember that? And we're going to go to our 30 flaps. Oh, and we better get rid of our speed brakes. Oh, it's not like this is St. Martin's, is it?
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay. And I have the plane, the aircraft.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Really tough to... Is that it over there? Oh, that's it over there. It's really tough to see. Okay. We're going to have to stable this out. Yeah, it's sometimes it's quite hard to see things in VR at a distance. Like 2D is quite easy. Well,
80 knots.
oh. See, grabbing that reverse thrust is a little bit tough. That should be already off. Hello. Hey, bunny hop. Yeah, it's a little bit iffy grabbing stuff. Hey, what? Our passengers aren't happy about the little bunny hop. Yeah, it was just a little bit hard to see the actual runway at a distance through the headset, so I was actually going for the... where are we headed? Well, we'll just have to go park somewhere. Sorry, Gemini, what VR? It's an Oculus Rift. This is the Oculus Rift CV1, I think that's what it's called. Okay, well, let's just go this way. Right now, I actually need to open up checklist because I cannot remember what... there's the main terminal over there. I've totally missed it. Okay, well, I've got to take this off. So off. I should have already done the flaps, which I didn't. So, yeah. Like I said, I need to get the dash, Oculus Home Dash in here so I can have checklists on it and whatever else. We're taking the long route. Yeah, there it is over there. Taking the long haul drive over to the terminal. Oh, that was a fun little flight, wasn't it? It wasn't too long. Everything happened the way it was supposed to, just about. Yep, that's all off. Are you close to 90 subs on YouTube, Gemini? Good one. Or or is it Twitch? Well, our flight is pretty much over. We will just go over, at least try to get over to the terminal. Probably should have sussed out the old airport and runways before now. So, Gemini, do you have flight videos on your channel? What I need is a plugin that I can pull up that has all the airports and all the different ramps and stuff. Is there not? It doesn't look like there is. Oh, is it over there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, I'm very pleased with this VR. It's looking pretty good. You know, it's not, you don't get the total high fidelity in your headset that you do on a what is that DC-3 doing? Oh my God! Seriously? You better not hit me. Really? What is going on? I'm going this way. I've seen it all. Huh. Okay. We are going to try and park. Okay, all good. Let's see if we can do stuff here. I do not have a checklist up, so we're just going to do it. Let's power down those. They can obviously go on. I should have had the APU bleed on, because had the APU on. We're going to get rid of our window heats, pitot, probe heats, any icing off. Probably should have taken them off before. That looks good. That can stay there. That looks good. Your dampeners can go off. These are the numbers. Now let's turn off our IRS before it starts beeping at us. That looks good. Lights all off. Well, so we'll leave that. That looks good. All that looks sweet. Let's turn off our fuel pumps. Auto throttles off. That's all good. What else we got? Flaps are good. Handbrakes are on. Now there is a way. Apparently you're not supposed to turn one of these off before the other, and I can't remember which one it is, but we will go with whatever right at this point in time. Oh, we forgot to do that one. That looks okay. I think everything looks okay. Oh. And beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to turn off our standby power, and we're going to power it up. We turn off our APU, and now we're going to just shut down the old battery, and we're down, I think. Not the best park in the world, I have to admit. I just reset that. Okay, guys, that's the flight for today. Hope you enjoyed it. A couple of little errors, obviously, but we're getting better at it. Just getting this thing in the end and landing it again is definitely a feat for me. I'm not a super pilot man, but if you have enjoyed what you've seen here, head over to throw us a follow if you could. I really appreciate that. If you on YouTube, subscribe and a like would be awesome, and we can do more of these. So they are super fun. Thank you, Guru, for coming. I hope you like it. Any tips you want me to give me? Maybe move my head less, volumes perhaps. Anything, just let me know. I'm open to suggestions and stuff. I'm also on Twitch over there at Milo Sanx, MILOSANX. At the moment I'm running both at the same time, so I'm probably going to do another stream, a quiet one, because it will be late night for me in about 9 hours, 9.5 hours or so. So I'll have to pick where to go. But thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you on the next one.